Hey there, pipe smoking community. Chet and Nick here today. We thought we would. What are we smoking here today, Nick?
We're smoking some Bedloe's Island.
And boy, is it good.
It is good.
I really like it.
It's sweet. I like that sweet taste.
I really like it.
Virginia is really. I love Virginia-based tobaccos anyway. But it's got some Virginia, it's got some Perique, and it got some Macadamian Oriental. It's a good blend. They did good on that one. I like it. So.
Well, you know, I was noticing that a lot of these guys go out and they'll smoke different brands of tobacco in their pipes. And but what Nick and I do is we smoke the same brand, so we can go back and forth and compare. Like, do we like this? Does it taste good? What about the smell? You have a bite or whatever, and this is really a good smoke. It there's no bite, there's no sting. I like the taste of it.
What are we drinking in, Chet? This new batch we just roasted. What do we call it?
It's Carolina Red. Wakes you up in the morning and you're ready to go. Carolina Red by Nikki. Nikki brews all this stuff up. Got my Fort McHenry coffee cup, part of the family history, and but I drink it with my right hand because I like to look at the fort. And but yep, that's what we're drinking today, and that's what we're smoking. So
what happened over your house last week?
Well, I didn't want to tell this because I'm afraid my wife would watch the show, but I think she's quit watching it like everybody else. The only people that tune in now are like people that are just skipping through the web. But anyhow, my son's been staying with me. His house burnt down a couple of months ago, and he's getting it rebuilt. So he's been staying with us back in his old bedroom. And so the other night, on Friday night, his buddies came over, and they were out on the front porch smoking, and I was in our bedroom doing leg lifts. I had to get my legs a little bit stronger, and I do scissor lifts, and then I do a lift where I bend my legs up over the back end of me. You know, they just like this up over. And so anyhow, we got an old bed, and I could hear them out there snickering, but I didn't put two and two together. And I'm in there, and the bed's going. Well, this is the conversation that they heard, and their mind ran amok. So I'm in there going, and my wife walks in, and she says to me, "I wish you'd hurry up." So this is what they're hearing, and then I say to her, "I'm going for a record." So I go, I'm going faster and faster. Well, about that time, I get Charlie horses in both my legs. So what they hear is, and I lean over, and I'm laying on the bed trying to rub it out, and my wife says, "Here, let me rub it." So she's rubbing my leg, and these guys, Josh said their eyes got really big, and I was rubbing my leg. She goes, and I started reaching for the other one, and she goes, "Here, I'll rub that one too." So, and Josh said they all got silent. And
God!
Finally, Josh told him that I was doing leg lifts, and Albert says, "Thank God, because I wasn't going to be able to look at your mom and dad the same." I thought that was just funny as hell.
That's hilarious.
When Josh told me the next day, I thought that was hilarious. But it's just funny how your mind you hear things and you just decide that that's what it is.
So that's funny.
That's
tell about our fishing trip. It's not funny. It's kind of weird.
This is a spooky one. It happened to us about, it's been a while back.
Mm-hmm.
About 3 or 4 years ago. We went on this expedition.
Fishing trip.
And
way down on the Catawba River.
And go ahead, you tell me.
Go ahead.
No, you're better at it.
Go ahead.
Well, anyhow, Nick and I, we go down there and we went fishing all day.
You didn't tell them though that there's nobody around.
There's
the nearest town.
The nearest town's probably what, 15, 20 miles away?
30
miles away.
When all they had was a post office and a hardware store.
Well, why don't you tell it?
Go ahead.
If you're going to keep interrupting me, well, why don't you just tell the story, okay?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So anyhow, now my pipe's out. Wish this person would quit calling me. But anyhow, my house is probably on fire. But anyhow, Nick and I were down there and we were fishing, and like he said, the closest town was probably 30 miles away, if not further. And 50 miles? Okay, 50 miles away. He would know, I don't know. And when we went through the town, all they had there was a hardware store and a post office, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So we go on down and we're fishing, and like I said, we came back to the camper and we're sitting there in the camper and we're talking and stuff. And
About 9 o'clock at night.
About 9 o'clock, and Nick said, "Well, what do you think we're going to have to eat?" And I said, "I don't know." He said, "Well, I got some cold sandwiches and stuff. We can have those." And about that time, it's no lie, a knock comes to the door of the camper, and it sounded like something like that, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something like that.
And Nick goes to the door and opens it up, and you tell him, Nick.
Well, there's this old man, probably in his 60s, dressed real nice, dress pants, nice dress shirt, reached out and handed me a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Said, "Here, I thought maybe you boys like this." So I took the bucket of chicken and turned around and looked at Chester. I said, "It's a bucket of chicken."
And it was still warm.
The old man closed the door, and I'm like, "What's up with this? Where'd this guy come from?" So we opened the door back up, and there's nobody there. Nobody around as far as the eye could see.
It was Ghost and Mr. Chickens.
I don't know where he come from. And I know the nearest town that probably had a Kentucky Fried Chicken was, like I said, at least 50 miles away. And that bucket was warm. So
was the chicken.
The chicken was warm. The chicken was good too.
We kind of ate it kind of iffy. And then the next day we realized we had those mushrooms right before we had the chicken.
No mushrooms.
No mushrooms. But yeah, that was our weird stories. But I wanted to tell that one story.
Never did figure that one out.
No, it's just. But we got to quit going on those camping trip. People are starting to talk about us.
I hope not.
Well, it's not the same today like it was back in the 60s.
But anyway, anything else been going on in your world? Chet's been a little bit down in the weather, y'all. So
I'm always down in the weather. I had one of my favorite ewes die the other. I don't mean it that way. It was one of my favorite ewe. She was right up there though. It was one of my prized ewes. I don't know how to say this. Anyhow, she's produced a lot of lambs for us, and fell over dead the other day, and we think she was snake bit.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. We think she got snake bit. Yeah, this is like the third one in 20 years that we've lost like that. No signs of anything.
Nice.
So yeah, I was kind of depressed because she's produced us a lot of lambs. So.
Did I tell you I tilling up a piece of land the other day, and with the tiller, I tilled up a big old. I must have hit their den or whatever it is. Snakes are in the ground or whatever. But I tilled up, and I looked down there, and wrapped around the tiller was like 5 or 6 snakes.
No way.
I killed them all with. I didn't, not intentionally. They got tangled up in the tiller. But
what kind were they?
They were copperheads. Looked like copperheads to me.
Really, I've heard about that, but I've never actually ever seen that. Well, Nick, we better sign off. Did you want to say something before we go about people sending in ideas for?
We're gonna do our 100 subscriber thing here, contest here soon, and we cannot think of any ideas for VR. So if anybody's got any ideas out there, just throw them my way, and we're gonna get that out there as soon as possible. Trying to get all our prizes together right now. So, got any ideas of what the VR can be about? Just give us a holler. Let us know what you think. You've got a good idea, and we might go with that. So that's about all I got.
Well,
All right, folks. Thanks now. Live free or die.